All right, I agree with you. No one wants to be gouged by an agent. But let's talk about this for a second. I have a short-term Airbnb rental in a beach town in Maryland. It's Ocean City, Maryland. It's a one-bedroom, one-bath. It makes about $30,000 a year. Let's say that I decide I want to sell this property. I live 3 hours away. So I cannot show the property. So I cannot sell it myself. For those of you who say sell the house yourself, I can't drive 3 hours 26 times to show it to all the people that want to buy the house. So right away, we've identified I need a listing agent. So what is that listing agent worth? That fee has always been negotiable. If people decided to pay 3% for their listing agent, then that's on them. They could have negotiated for 1%. They could have negotiated for $500. They could have negotiated this for as many years going back as you wanted to. If you didn't, that's on you. Shame on you. Don't be mad at other people for making money. But now here's where the other agent side comes into it, where it says the MLS is holding us hostage. Let's go outside and take a look real quick at something. Okay, let's look outside. There's no one out here. By the way, the ocean's right there. The bay's over there. There's no one out here walking around. You know why? Because all of these places are owned by investors. Investors. Somebody does live there. This whole building of condos, investors. Person lives here. But for the most part, they're all owned by investors. Those investors are not walking around, going to open houses. They are looking online, finding a property, and then contacting who? Their buyer's agent. Their buyer's agent is going to make sure that they're pre-qualified so they don't waste their time. They're going to make sure that they know all the ins and outs of owning an investment property. They're going to make sure they're protected when they order an appraisal, with the lender orders an appraisal, or anything that happens throughout the loan process. The real estate agent is going to say, well, I've done this 50, 60, 500, 1,000 times. Be careful of this. Be careful of that. Their knowledge is what you're paying for. Kind of like paying a plumber $180 an hour. Some of them charge $400 an hour because you're paying for their truck and their insurance. And I've heard all this stuff of why plumbers cost $200, $400 an hour. So now is the biggest purchase in your life not worth a few $1,000s? So let's talk about this. The MLS has all the listings. So my agent lists this property for sale. They come in, they take pictures, they put all the details of the condo, what the fees are, any of those things. Then the buyer's agent reaches out to the client and says, hey, you were looking for a property in Ocean City. This one actually came